Hello, everyone. Peace, love, positive blessings, and positive vibes to all of you. So we're going to have a little chat today. It's a new year, right? New year, new you. Maybe. Some people like to make resolutions or set goals and expectations for themselves. So my first question is, have you begun putting yourself first? Great question. Now, if you're answering yes, kudos, congratulations, and I hope you're doing a great job. Don't stop. But if you are not, why? Why aren't you putting yourself first? Now, I have talked to many people over the years. I am a Reiki master, a healer, but I also do a lot of what I call and what friends have called positivity coaching. And I talk a lot about self-love and self-care and making yourself a priority. And it is extremely important that we all learn to do so if we want to have a happier, more positive, more balanced life. So, answer the first question. Have you learned to put yourself first? If your answer is no, then I challenge you to make that a resolution for 2023. So over the years, I've heard a lot of, I'm going to say excuses. It almost sounds crappy to say that, but it is, because every one of us can put ourselves first. We just have to prioritize and make it a priority. So many people just don't make it a priority. So I hear things like, well, I don't have time. That's the biggest thing I hear. I don't have time to put myself first. Make the time. Yeah. I'm too busy with my job, the kids, the spouse, the, yard work, like whatever it is. So what I like to help people with, or what I explain, and this is going to go for anything positive that you are trying to do to start in your life to make your life better. Start small and be very patient with yourself. Okay? So those are two really big key points to succeed when you are trying to make positive changes for your own life. Putting yourself first can be very difficult. So if you are someone who has never put yourself first, who has always put yourself on the back burner, it's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie. It took me many, many years to get to where I am at, because I don't want to say I didn't value myself. Maybe that's the right wording. I didn't value myself enough to think that I was important enough to put myself as a priority. I've always put everybody else as a priority my entire life. And doesn't work like that anymore. I come first, and you should come first in your life. So there's going to be a lot of changes that you will have to make and things you'll have to become comfortable with. And first, it's just saying that, yes, accepting that, yes, I want to do better for me. I want to take better care of myself. I'm ready. So it's making that decision to say, I'm ready to dive in. I'm ready to figure this out. I'm ready to put myself first. That's the first, biggest, and sometimes the most difficult step. Realizing your worth, realizing your value, and that you are absolutely worth putting yourself first and taking care of yourself. Now, I know it can be difficult. So I have friends, I have people in my life I know over the years that have been in very difficult situations whereby they are working, they are taking care of children, they're running a household, and they have a parent or a family member who is extremely unwell and is in desperate need of care, and they're kind of the caregiver. I get it. There are situations in our life where it's going to be hard. But I challenge you to start small. Take 10 minutes before bed. Go to bed 10 minutes early. But take that 10 minutes to work on you and do something that's going to help you to feel better. Whatever that is, whether it's taking a 10-minute longer shower, because showers are so cleansing and relaxing and healing. So maybe that's what you need to do. Or you take 10 minutes and you shut your door and tell your kids and your spouse, don't even come knocking. I'm going to go meditate for 10 minutes before I go to bed. Or I'm going to get lost in my favorite book. Or I'm just going to light candles and sit with my crystals, or whatever it is, right? Start small and make it work when it works for you. So the reason that I typically suggest just go to bed a few minutes early and give yourself your you time then is that at that point, your day is over. So the things that you need to move past from that day and heal from and let go of, you want to get rid of all of that nasty crap before you go to sleep. So start small. Make it something when you go to bed prior to, go to sleep a little early, and put the focus on you before you put your head down on that pillow and call it a night and fall asleep. It doesn't have to be major. It doesn't have to be, I'm taking a spa day and I'm going to be gone for 5 hours. And when I come back, I'm going to go do whatever. No, it doesn't have to. You don't jump in and set yourself up for failure because you are putting too much on yourself. If you want to succeed at anything like this, any positive changes in your life, you have to start small. And you have to believe and know that they're going to make your life better. So putting yourself first can be difficult. That can also mean having to set boundaries with people. Just had a big conversation about that this evening, about setting boundaries, because sometimes putting ourselves first means we need to push away those people in our life that are needy, that don't respect our space. Sorry about that. I had an interruption. Anyway, putting ourselves first also sometimes mean having to set boundaries with people. That is extremely important and can also be incredibly difficult for people to do. When you are putting yourself first, you don't need to be picking up your cell phone every time it goes off, or answering the phone, or responding to a message, or no. Setting boundaries is going to be really big for putting yourself first. That's going to mean that you need to let the people in your life know that you are taking steps forward to make yourself a priority, which means you are not available 24/7 for them. And you know what? That's okay. Yes, it is. I know so many people who have struggled with that thought process of, it's okay for me to put myself first and not answer that person's phone call or message, or no. Unless it's an emergency, there's no reason. And you are allowed to put people on hold. That's big. So that's going to be a huge thing in order to put yourself first. And sometimes you're going to have to discuss or advise the people in your life, look, I'm making life about me now. I'm taking care of myself. There's going to be days, moments, times where I'm not picking up the phone. I don't want to be bothered, and you need to respect that. And then you're going to find that there's some people in your life who aren't going to respect that. Yeah. And you need to know, well, I shouldn't say you need to know, you're going to learn. So you're going to learn, honestly, those who respect your space and your time truly are probably the right people to be in your life. Those that cannot respect that you need your time and your space to yourself, you may have to take a second look at those people. So I find that when I have people set boundaries with others, that they sometimes find out who really cares about them and who really doesn't. You know, those people in your life that are only there when they want something from you and they're not there for you, they're probably not going to support your choice to put yourself first. And you know what? Who cares? Sometimes we need to weed our garden and pluck out, get rid of those people that are truly not there for our greatest good. And that honestly is a part of putting yourself first. But I think the biggest key is just learning to make the time and whenever it works for you. So some people like to get up early. So say you have to set your alarm for 6 o'clock in the morning to get up and get your day started. Maybe you set it for 20 minutes earlier than that. And maybe you use that time to, I don't know, jump on a treadmill, read a book, whatever it is that nourishes your soul, that brings you peace, that brings you calm, that helps you to feel better, whatever you need at that time. That's what putting ourselves first is. It's not focusing on everybody else and their problems and their issues. No, focus on you. Focus on you. But have patience. Have patience. Give yourself time to transition. It isn't easy to just switch our behaviors overnight. So we have got to be very patient when it comes to finally saying, I'm putting me first. I'm doing for me. I'm going to start practicing self-love. I am going to start practicing self-care. Yes, yes. And I know this is really hard for a lot of you, so please be patient with yourself. Go easy on yourself. But I would love to see more of you recognize the need and the fact that it's okay to put yourself before everything and everybody else. And in all honesty, it is quite often necessary in order for us to feel better, be happier, and to have a well-balanced and positive life. I would love to see everybody making a lot more positive changes for themselves this year. Because everyone deserves to feel good and be happy. And putting ourselves first and taking care of ourselves and stepping away from other things and letting ourselves be the number one priority in our lives is so important and is going to help you feel so much better. So just a quick little chat for all of you in hopes that you are all doing well. And again, if you are already practicing self-love and self-care and putting you first, kudos to you. Keep going. Don't stop. But if you're ready to start on that journey, do it. Do it. Do it and know that you are going to be so grateful that you did. Just have time and patience. Don't push yourself more than you should. Start out easy, go easy on yourself, and just start with a small amount of time each day and then work your way up as you go until putting yourself first becomes a lot more often, and self-love becomes more often, and self-care becomes more often, because it's going to become a normal, regular part of your life and daily activities. All right, guys, peace, love, positive blessings, positive vibes, and I wish you all an amazing, amazing night.